Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here checking out Sparkle Unleashed. I have done videos on Sparkle and Sparkle 2, so if you've seen these, you have a pretty good idea of what to expect here, with one little twist. So we'll just have a quick look around. We got the options menu, pretty obvious set of stuff, profiles and credits. Let's not worry about that though, let's just hit play and go straight into the game. So there is a story, but I'll be damned if I remember it. This game doesn't even have the justification of hunting down unique talismans from Sparkle 2. It's just light up the world, and yeah, the world looks pretty light to me. Also, it looks pretty bloody long. But we'll just head straight into day 25. I've been playing this for about an hour. I'll explain things as they come up, but basically the idea is, if you've ever played a game like Zuma, this is the same sort of game, but with a tiny little twist. So the idea is, instead of being stuck and rooted to one area like you were in Sparkle 1 and 2, you have this little thing along the bottom that lets you just roll along like the entirety of the bottom of the screen. And other than that, is it any different from the base Sparkle? Not in particular, no. It's still kind of exactly the same. Oops. So, in case you don't know what these games are, because you're like 12 or something, because these games are actually extremely common and have been on pretty much anything, but then again, I might be just getting a little bit older than I would like to admit. The idea is you control this thing on the bottom, and you have to get 3 of these balls attached to each other, 3 of these similarly colored balls next to each other, in order to get them to disappear. And if you manage to get if you manage to get 3 to match in a row, 3 threes or more to match in a row, you will get a power-up. If you manage to make it happen 6 or 9 times as well, you'll get extra power-ups. And you can collect them, and they do specific things, like that color blast changes the color. There was a frost, which slows down the entirety of the movement of the board. If anything gets into that hole over there, the level ends, and you have to start from the beginning. So the controls themselves work okay, mostly. Sometimes I find myself having trouble aiming this damn thing sometimes, because it can tend to be a bit twitchy. And sometimes you'll just end up firing off the edge of the level because screw you. It can get a little bit annoying. So we finish the level and we move on to the next, we get closer to the next brazier, I should say, or brazier.
You sense an unnerving presence.
This is the first time I've ever seen something like this. But, okay, whatever. So if we press start, we can go have a look at our trophies and our statistics, which are on the right here. You've got stages won and lost. You've got your highest matches made, the amount of time you've played. So yeah, about an hour, 20 minutes for me. My phone just went off. You've got survival mode over on the right here, which is basically just last on these levels as long as you can, and the stars you earned from earlier levels will unlock later levels for you. And you've also got inventory. So every time you reach one of those braziers, I'm not going to say braziers because it sounds like something a lady puts on a chest. Every time you reach one of them, every few stages, you get to unlock a new power-up, and you can either unlock the next power-up in the chain, or you can unlock a new power-up down the bottom here and then start working up its chain. And you can pick whatever one of these power-ups you want to use. So, yeah, it's pretty obvious. Just find whichever power-ups sound the best to you and just start unlocking them slowly. So we're just going to move on to the next stage. So this has obviously got a lot of stages because of how long that bloody world map is. So it'll keep you entertained for some time. And then there's something along the lines of, you've got the survival mode, and then there's a bunch of different other stages you can do. That'll give you a bunch of extra... That'll give you You've got a bunch of other difficulty levels, I should say. So, you've got 2 more difficulty levels after this one. So, you can just play them if you get a little bit more bored. If you get bored enough to finish the entirety of the game... I'm not saying you've played this if you're bored, but if you finish this entire game, you've got plenty more levels to go play. My biggest pet peeve with this game, though, is something that is kind of hard to show without me actually failing at the game. Or at least I think that's what causes it. But the idea is that the game's generator that decides like what pieces you get. So if you get what orbs you get, I should say. I'm sorry, red, green, blue, yellow, whatever. The thing in the game that decides which one of these you should get hates you. It absolutely despises you and wants you to die, because I have been put in so many situations where there's a huge line going straight to one of the holes, and I have nothing available that can actually get a chain somewhere that I need it. Like, there's only one, like, blue orb on the board, just as an example, for one time. There's only one of these blue orbs on the board, and for whatever bloody reason, it gives me a blue orb, even though there's a bunch of red and yellow orbs around me that need to be popped before it goes into the bloody goal. And it's gone and given me a blue one for some bloody reason. And this happens pretty constantly. Like, I didn't notice it that much in Sparkle 2 and Sparkle 1, but God, Sparkle Unleashed just took it up to 11. I don't even know what the bloody hell the developers were thinking, other than how can we be evil? Because that's what it feels like sometimes. It feels like they want to be just bloody evil. Like, I need a green here. I can't get to these other ones because I have to shoot through all of these other ones first. I needed a green and it didn't give me a bloody green. That happens constantly. Most of the times I've failed is because the random number generator that determines what one of those you get decided to be a massive pain. And was like, oh, I'm not going to let you have the color you need. Like, look, I can't get to any of the blues until it's already progressed a fair bit more. That just happens a lot, and it's frustrating as hell. There are those chained orbs up there that you just saw that need to be hit twice. And those are really annoying, because they are really, really good at breaking chains. Look at this. Nothing but greens, nothing but red, and I have greens and blues. It's just, God damn it. So yeah, I have to just wait for this to get somewhere I can actually hit it. Got two blues and I've got a blue here. You can swap between your next two gems by pressing the circle button, but it just, yeah. It doesn't help that much. So now there you're given what you need. Somewhat. Oh, green, green, green. And there's my green up there. There's the yellow and color blast almost everything to make it all green. Better slow this down a bit. But yeah, other than that, what else is there to the game? Pretty much nothing. You've seen everything the game has to offer at this point. It's a nice little time waster, but again, I just find myself being really, really frustrated with that random number generator being a dick than anything else. I swear, it happens a lot. It's kind of frustrating. Not to mention these chained orbs tend to come in and are like, you actually had a plan for this? Well, too bad. We're just going to leave this one little orb here so you can't chain it backwards and use the force of suddenly appearing out of nowhere gravity in order to actually keep these balls away from the hole. And it's just, die, death, destruction, pain. But other than those little things, it's another Sparkle game. It's well produced, runs well. Not like I'd expect anything else from 10 Tons. They tend to be really good at putting stuff on Vita. It's a nice change, honestly. Game just completely froze there. I had to open my mouth. That's got to be the first time I've ever seen something like that happen, and it happens right then and there. They do say some power-ups, it might be better to take along some power-ups other than others, but you don't really have that many choices in power-ups, especially in the early game. Maybe in the later game where you have plenty of power-ups and you can be like, oh, I can take along a bunch of these and a bunch of these, and I know what the level's like, so I don't need to worry about X, Y, Z, but yeah, it's just, it can just get kind of annoying after a while, especially with the random number generator deciding to dick me over so many times. It's a bit of a pain, but other than that, it works. Not much else you can ask for, really. I'll play one more level just so this video isn't under 10 minutes. And then I'll just call it to an end. It comes out next week. well, admittedly, by the time this goes up, it'll already be next week. So, it comes out June 2nd on the North American store, June 3rd on the European, and it'll cost $4.99. At least I think that's what the email said. But, I mean, it'd be ridiculous if it wasn't $4.99 because that's what they charged for the last ones. So yeah, as you can see, you get two colors that are supposed to be next to each other and gravity will do the rest for you. Bugging me, I missed. Would be nice to have some sort of laser sight. But that's just me, isn't it? So, you know, if you want more sparkle with a much worse random number generator, then you're more than welcome to pick this one up. Also, yeah, this kind of sucks for me right now, doesn't it? My foot is tingling. Just get rid of as many of those as possible. See, look at the way this setup here is going. I have to put so many bloody orbs to actually get this working at a reasonable rate. This is insane. And I can't get to that power up because there's a bunch of orbs in front of it. It's just, god damn it, game. Why are you so dick? Trying not to swear as much. Failing. But yeah, technical performance is fine. So, I mean, if that's something you don't have to worry about. Kind of like that it's just weird how recently there have been a lot of broken games coming out, and you've got a simple game like this, which, thank the Lord, isn't screwed up. Because if they somehow managed to break this game, I would have been amazed. But thankfully they didn't. Yellow, blue. Yellow goes there. Red. Can't put a red anywhere I can get to just at that moment. Yellow, blue. Green, red, red, blue, yellow, green. And it's just this over and over again. If you're willing to deal with this over and over again, then be my guest. Me, I won't be doing this again, mainly because I played Sparkle and Sparkle 2, and I feel about exactly the same way as I did before, except I'm just a little bit more bored because it's another bloody Sparkle game. And I mean, nothing wrong with another bloody Sparkle game, but it's another bloody Sparkle game. Don't expect me to play it too much, guys. Come on. So yeah, overall, it's Sparkle, but it's just, you know, it works. It's more Sparkle. What more do you want? So now we can actually unlock another power-up. So we can either push. Okay, we'll shut it all off so we can color. I don't plan on playing this again, but whatever. It works. I've done my video, and now I can go and sleep for a bit because I'm quite tired. But yeah, that was a look at Sparkle Unleashed. This has been Blue Maxima, and I'll see you all next time.